Camera on you, buddy. Look at that. And you're a wanted man. Look at that. Oops. Oh.
Could everyone please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Can I have the roll call, please?
Sam Catron,
Here.
Rob Cook, Donald Chase,
Here.
Jeremy Cleary, Nikki Mulowski, Mark Stahl.
I'd like to call the Tuesday, June 3rd, 2025 meeting of the Zoning Board of Appeals to order. What are the wishes for the agenda?
Move to approve.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, the same? Next, we're moving on to nominations and elections for chairperson, vice chairperson, and secretary. I am opening nominations for the chairperson of the Zoning Board of Appeals. Do I hear any nominations?
I'd nominate Nikki Mulowski for chair.
I second that.
Any others? Do I have a motion to close the ballot and cast a unanimous vote?
Move.
A second?
Yes.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the same? Thank you.
All right, and we'll open the nominees for vice chair. Do I have a recommendation and support?
I'd recommend Donald Chase, nominate him.
I'll support. And can we get all those, oh wait, any other nominations? All right, can I get a motion and support for closing the ballot?
I'd so move.
And support. All those in favor? Aye. All those opposed? All right. And now we're looking for a nomination for the secretary.
I would nominate Jeremy Cleary for secretary.
Do we have support?
Yes.
I have a motion and support. Are there any other candidates? All right, we'll close it. And can I get a motion and support to close?
I'd so move.
Second.
All right, all those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? All right. We are through the elections or nominations or whatever we're calling that. And we will move on. We need to have approval and support for the agenda for tonight's meeting on June 3rd.
Madam Chair, we're at minutes. Item 6.
Oh, approval of minutes first? Is that what you said? You want me to do minutes first?
We did the agenda already.
Oh, you did the agenda. Sorry, Brandy. All right, so can we get approval and support for the December 3rd meeting minutes?
Make a motion, we approve them as written.
I'd support.
I have a motion and support. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All those opposed? All right, the meeting minutes are approved. And do we have any communications tonight?
We do not.
And are there any public comments not related to the application tonight? Okay, hearing none, we will move on to hear BA-6-25-2, request by Mark Pellegrino for a variance from zoning ordinance sections 7.7.3, minimum setback from road right-of-way, and 7.7.4, minimum setback from rear property line, to allow for construction of a 50 by 80 building to be located 13 feet from the Granger Road right-of-way. The required setback is 50 feet. And 10 feet from the rear and west property line, the required setback is 30 feet. The property is located at 8583 North Clinton Trail, Section 31, Sunfield Township. Could I get a staff report, please?
The site is 0.93 of an acres in size. The property is zoned local business C1. The surrounding area is zoned local business C1 and limited agricultural. Surrounding uses are residential and agricultural. The applicant is requesting a variance to allow for construction of a 50 by 80 pole barn to be located 10 feet from the rear, which is the west property line, and 13 feet from the Granger Road right-of-way. The applicant is requesting a variance in the amount of 20 feet from the rear west property line and 37 feet from the Granger Road right-of-way. The applicant describes the request as, "I wish to construct a 50 by 80 pole barn on my commercial property to store my personal equipment in. Currently, there is the remainder of an old motel located on the property. The existing building does not meet the required setbacks. Per my attached site plan, I am requesting a variance in the amount of 37 feet from the Granger Highway right-of-way and 20 feet from the rear, which is the west property line." The applicant offers the following justification for the request. Due to the condition of the existing, what is remaining cinder block building, we are unable to add on to it. We were required to apply for a demolition permit to remove the roof of the building due to safety concerns from the county. We had hoped to be able to salvage the building. We are requesting to construct a 50 by 18 by 16 post frame building, which will be used to store our personal items. Due to the size of the property, location of the well and drain field, and the fact that the property is surrounded by 3 roads, we are in need of a variance to construct our proposed building. The proposed building is further away from the Granger Highway right-of-way west property line than the existing, and the rear west property line than the existing building is. In response to items A through E, the applicant offers the following. Item A, we are unable to construct our proposed building due to the size of the property, location of the well and drain field, and the fact that the property is surrounded by 3 roads. We are in need of a variance to construct our proposed building. Item B, our property is the only one in the area that is surrounded by 3 roads. In addition, we are limited by the location of the existing well. Item C, we did not create the property, nor did we construct any of the existing buildings. When we purchased the property, we were hoping we could utilize the existing building. Item D, our proposed building should increase property values in the area. In addition, we are proposing to construct our building further from the rear, which is the west property line, and Granger Highway right-of-way than the existing cinder block building is located. See the attached survey. Item E, the proposed location of our building is as far as possible from all property lines and right-of-ways due to the existing parking areas, driveways, and location of the existing well and drain field. We are requesting a variance in the amount of 37 feet from the Granger Highway right-of-way and 20 feet from the rear west property line. Agency responses, Sunfield Township approved with comment. No one has an issue, and it will be an upgrade to the area. Drain Commissioner Office approved with comment, approved because the proposed barn is over 500 feet from a county drain. Barry Eaton District Health Department approved. 5 surrounding property owners were notified by first-class mail. No written responses were received. I will say that the owner of the property to the west did stop into the office, and he was pleased to see that the proposed building was further from that property line than what the existing building is, but he did not leave a written comment. Staff comments. The property owner, Mr. Mark Pellegrino, would like to demolish what is left of a former motel building to allow for construction of a 50 by 80 pole barn. For reference, according to department records, the existing former motel building was constructed sometime in the late 40s, early 50s. The structure is a legal nonconformity. Zoning Ordinance Section 12.3 appeals, specifically Section 12.3.4, allows the Board of Appeals to authorize the reestablishment of a legal nonconforming structure. The applicant's proposed pole barn is further from the rear west property line than the existing structure. The board may wish to discuss whether the variance request is due to the practical difficulty related to this particular property. They may also wish to address whether the request is in the minimum amount necessary and if the applicant creates the problem. That completes the staff report.
Are there any questions for staff?
Yes, MDOT, did they get notified? Did they have any response to this, being that M50 runs right there?
MDOT was notified. They did not have any response or concerns.
Thank you.
We do not need to reestablish this as a legal nonconforming or anything, right? If we grant a variance, we just need to address A through E. Is that accurate?
That is correct. Anytime that you grant a variance, though, you are establishing a legal nonconformity.
Okay.
So,
But we don't have to explicitly
Correct.
state that. Any other questions for staff? Is the applicant present? Would you like to step up to the podium and state your name and address for the record, please? Thank you. Is there anything that you'd like to add to the staff report tonight? Okay, does anybody have questions for Mr. Pellegrino? Go ahead, Tim.
I just would like to know what that building out front is. It just says building on the site plan. Oh, okay.
The property is vacant today? Okay. Any other questions?
I have a question. Are you planning on doing any commercial venture on that property? Being it's zoned for commercial or limited ag?
Well, the party store, that's, so that's, it's on the same property, so it's the one closest to the road.
Okay,
It's gonna happen more likely first, and then in the future, that building may turn into something commercial, but
thank you.
Doesn't seem like we have any other questions. Thank you. Is there anybody else here that would like to speak in favor of the applicant? Or opposed? All right, we will close the public portion of the case and we'll deliberate as a board. What are the thoughts?
Only concerns I have is that it's not really commercial he's using it for. And also but limited ag, but other than that, I really have no problem because of the unique situation of it.
Yeah, the property does make it really challenging being on that like sort of triangle shaped lot there.
Yeah.
So he's just replacing one legal nonconformity with another.
Correct, and less non-conforming.
Yeah.
Yep. And a building that's in disrepair today, right? I'm not personally seeing anything I'm really concerned with for granting the variance.
Now, if the, especially if that old hotel is a, or motel is a hazard, I'd like to see it gotten rid of.
No concerns for you? Any other discussion that we need to have, or is somebody prepared to make a motion?
I'd say that there is a, I'd make a motion.
Okay,
There is a practical difficulty in the way of carrying out the strict letter of the ordinance
one
because.
moment. Tim, can you declare whether you're making a motion to approve
Oh,
or
to approve,
deny?
yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. I got thinking about A through,
A through E, yep.
Been a while.
yeah, it has. In carrying out the strict letter of the ordinance because of the shape of the property and the location of the well and the septic, it really has no other way of building the structure. The practical difficulty is due to the unique circumstances of the particular property because of the shape of the property, the size of the property, and its location on North Clinton Trail and Granger Highway. The problem was not created by the applicant. The granting of the variance will not alter the essential character of the district or neighborhood. This is a unique property and the rest of the properties around it are not like this. I believe it's in the minimum amount necessary to overcome the inherent difficulty of the property.
I might suggest that for D, we add that, like, it's replacing a prior building that is in disrepair. And in E, that maybe we address the fact that it is further away from the west property line than the current structure. Would you be opposed to that, Tim?
I like that.
Do you need us to restate that, Brandy? Okay. We have a motion. Do we have support?
I'll support that.
I have a motion and support. Can I get a roll call vote, please?
Tim Catron,
Yes.
Rob Cook,
Yes.
Donald Chase,
Yes.
Nikki Mulowski,
Yes. So, Mr. Pellegrino, your application's been approved, and usually what happens is the office will get back in touch with you in a couple of days or something. So.
If you wait just a second, I'll go over it with you.
All right, and so now, is there any old business that we need to cover?
Thank you.
Absolutely.
No,
And any new business?
not necessarily new business, but I don't know if the zoning board of appeals is aware that we are looking at a plan to move forward to make planning and zoning self-sufficient, which means we have increased our fee schedules across the board. And we are looking to do an intergovernmental agreement with the 11 townships that we currently serve for planning and zoning purposes. All townships seem to be in favor. At this point, we don't have solid numbers, but we were able to guarantee that those services would not cost more than $15,000 to continue to do all the work that we currently do. So as that moves forward, I'll keep you guys posted.
Thank you. And are there upcoming cases? It doesn't look like there's anything planned for July, is that correct?
Not at this time.
Okay. And any additional public comments tonight? Okay, do we have a motion to adjourn?
You do.
And a second?
Support.
All right, I have a motion and support to adjourn. All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
So moved.